From 5 dots to super fun quilting design. Let's see how it's done. Hey guys, welcome back to Frances Quilts. My name is Frances Arnold. I'm a quilter of 40 years and have been machine quilting for 37 of those years. I love free motion quilting. Now, if you've been following along, we have been working through this little charity quilt and just trying to find some fun designs to quilt. The first thing that we did 2 weeks ago was this square spiral. Doesn't it look great? I love it. And then last week we quilted this design by just marking 21 dots on our fabric. And I said at the end of last week's video that I wanted to do something similar for these squares. Well, I thought, and I looked through books, and I looked through ideas, and I could not come up with anything. So yesterday morning, I came up here and I taped an intro that said, I don't know what we're gonna do, we're just gonna wing it. But when I sat down at the machine to wing it, I had an idea. We're going to be using the designs that Angela Walters calls dot-to-dot designs. I'll talk to you more about those as we quilt it out. So I started out by drawing a 4-inch square, which is the size of this block. I drew my design the way I wanted it to look, and then I started placing my dots where I needed them to be. The first 4 were just for the dot-to-dot design, and then the linchpin is the one that is put where those 2 lines intersect each other, because that's the one that's going to tell me I need to stop and go a different direction. That dot is the one that's going to allow this to be a continuous quilting design. So let's head to the machine and see how it works. So like we did last time, we're going to place our pattern on the block. We're going to just take a pin and go through each one of these holes on the pattern. And you can see now that I have my dots in place. Had to go over them just a little bit. And the linchpin dot is going to be this one right here. That's the one that I have to be really looking for. Let's start quilting and see how it goes. In a dot-to-dot design, you're going to start at a corner. You're going to come to some point on the inside and then back to the corner. Some point on the inside over here and back up to that corner. So you are creating a diamond in this area. We're gonna do the same thing from this corner to here. So let me just show you how it's gonna work. Okay, I am going to be using a ruler for this quilting, and the first line that we're gonna be quilting is from this point to this first dot right here. So let me push this in here. Remember, your ruler needs to be 1/4 of an inch away from where you're headed. So my ruler is gonna be backed up just a little bit. So let's stitch that design, or that line first. Taking a few stitches just to lock my stitching in place, and then off I go. Okay, I've hit that first dot. Now I'm going to come from there back down into this corner. All right, so we have done those first 2 lines. Our next line will be from here up to this dot right back here. But when we hit that one, we're gonna stop and change directions, because from there, we want to do this other dot-to-dot pattern. When we get back to here, then we'll finish up where we've started. That may not make any sense, so let's just do it. So I'm going to line up my ruler as if I'm headed to this dot right here. Get it all lined up, and I'm gonna start stitching. But when I hit that dot right there, I'm going to stop. Okay, I've hit my magical dot. Now I'm going to change directions, and I'm going to make this dot-to-dot pattern going to this corner instead. So it will be lining up from this point right here to this point right here is where I'm headed, but I'm going to go to that corner next. Go out. It may not make sense, but it will once you see it. So now I'm doing this other dot-to-dot pattern, so I'm going to come from here to here. Stop on the dot. Now down to the corner here. Back to this dot right here. Remember, now I'm finishing this alternating dot-to-dot design. Okay, I'm heading back to join in with this line that I've just quilted. But when I get to that linchpin point, I'm going to stop. Okay, there I am. Now I'm going to finish this line right here that I had started. It's going to come and stop at that dot. So I'm going to line it up with that line that I've already done. Come to there, and then let's bring it back to the corner here. So that didn't take any time at all, and look how fun of a design it is. I can't wait to do more of them. Linchpin, we want to stop now and go the other direction. Wow, I really do like that design. And remember here that for this video, I'm just quilting this one block. If I was quilting this quilt overall, I would have designed some things that would come into here in these blocks that I could quilt all at the same time, so that I wouldn't be having to stop and start with each one. The way I'm doing this video, we're having to do each individual element, and that's fine. But remember, for quilting a whole block, you're not just going to do this. You're going to do this, plus design some things that are going to work in there as well. Good man. Aren't those fun? I'm so pumped with how good they look on the quilt, and especially how fast they were to do. You know me, I want everything fast. As you know, I enjoy doing ruler quilting, and if you're interested in it but haven't stuck your toe in yet, I would encourage you to check out my course, Keeping It Straight, 8 Ways to Use a Straight Edge Ruler. It's a great way to get started with ruler quilting, and you can do lots of fun designs, including the square spiral. So check it out if you're interested. And remember, if you like this video, be sure and give it a thumbs up. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. And as always, I look forward to seeing you next time on Frances Quilts. Remember, if you like what you've seen, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Please check out my website and daily blog at francesquilts.com, and I can be found on Facebook and Instagram at Frances Quilts. Thanks so much for joining me. Hope to see you again soon.